Welcome back, folks, to more Serpent. Alright, so, last time we left off, we had completed the knight's test. I actually forgot to pick up the wolf's body here, which we're going to need. So make sure you take it. Now we can properly leave the knight's test dungeon. On our way out, we were attacked by Schmed. Quite the dickhead. There's Schmed. What's left of him. Also discovered some food. Not sure if anyone is hungry here. Guess not. Let's head back to Monitor. That lightning bolt almost hit us. Which would have sucked. What do we have here? We got us a little... Whoa! Got us a little cave. Some trolls. I need to light one of these torches. I can't see crap. Got some gems, some leather pants. A hammer. I'll take these gems for sure. Trade those in for gold. Bah! That sheep got effed up. Go ahead and save before we get too deep in here. We'll give Dupree something a little more practical than a big fur hat. Some dead adventurers. I looked up that breastplate. I think it's actually better defense than leather. I'm not sure if it's better than chainmail. Looks like we had us a little battle here. Getting hurt from the heat. I think we better get out of here. I'm roasting! Get over the fucking bridge. Ah! Alright, we're running out of there. Whew. We need some kind of, I don't know, ring against fire protection? Let's get the hell out of there. At least we know the cave is really close to town. I suppose you'd also wish me to operate the gate. Stand back while I crank the winch. 'Tis heavy and dangerous. Thou dost never know when it might come down upon thine head. Stand back! Alright, back in the town of Monitor. Alright, so, we haven't really got to explore around Monitor too much here. Let's take some time to do so. It's a sign. Looks like an inn.
How may I help thee? My name is Simon.
What are your duties, Simon?
I am the innkeeper of the Sleeping Soldier, Monitor's Inn. If thou dost need a bed, I can certainly accommodate thee. or if thou dost care to join me in a bottle of ale, I will gladly share with thee.
Have you had any visitors?
The only two memorable visitors we have had, besides thyself, were a fat sage and a scholar.
Tell me of this fat-ass sage.
He had such a curiosity about the ancient ruins. I believe he followed Renfrey into the crypts so they could look around. Something there fascinated him. Thou should also speak with Andra, the sculptor. He and the sage spent many hours in conversation here at the end. I believe he went northeast from here, toward the little hamlet of Sleeping Bull.
The man's name, dost thou recall?
Now, what was the man's name? It was a simple name, unpleasant sounding and mean. Batlin. That was it. He called himself Sage Batlin.
We have found Batlin's trail.
Oh, did I mention that he had several underlings traveling with him? There was a warrior, a sailor, and a hooded man.
Tell me more of this warrior.
Standar had a disagreement with this warrior. I'd wager he could tell thee a tale or two about him.
What about the sailor?
A swarthy man, he was called Deadeye. He had the look of a pirate about him. Shazana spent a bit of time with him, as I recall.
And the hooded man?
I noticed a funny smell about him, almost like brimstone. I also could have sworn that under his hood there were horns upon his head. But, no, that is foolish. It must be some kind of trick.
A gargoyle, for sure. So, why is this inn called the Sleeping Soldier?
'Tis an old inn, and old as Monitor itself. I can gladly accommodate thee if thou dost wish.
Not at the moment. Tell me more of this town, Monitor.
I have lived here my whole life. My parents were killed when I was very young, in a goblin raid, of course. Most deaths are usually caused by goblins. We have spent our entire history fighting the creatures.
You say there was a scholar.
She said she was researching the land and seemed anxious to learn all this about Serpentile. Spectre dealt with her mostly. Her name was Gwenno. She left here for the east, anxious to learn the wisdom of the Zincan monks. Of course, this was before the storms. No sailor will brave these dangerous waters now.
What luck! We have found a trail to follow. Tell me more of the goblins.
No one knows where their home is. Templar is our local goblin expert, so thou should speak with him. Since the death of Astrid, some say that there's a traitor amongst us, selling our secrets to the goblins.
Traitor?
I have my own suspicions. Take a close look at Craig. He seems to spend a lot of time in the woods and walks alone. I have been Monitor's innkeeper for a while, longer than I care to remember. I am probably the oldest person in town. I can remember when Marston, our current Lord of Monitor, was but a baby, but I have no complaints. It hath been a fair life. Well, one cannot truly control one's destiny, can one? I've had my share of misfortune. I've learned to move forward and try to forget the past.
What misfortune?
Alas, long ago my young bride was killed by goblins. We had ventured out into the road to journey to Fawn. At that time I was a knight, and I stupidly believed that I could protect her on my own. We were ambushed by the foul creatures. I barely escaped in my own life.
In the past?
When I was young, I was a knight of Monitor. I suppose, technically, I still am. My age prevents me from performing any quest of courage or going on patrol. Of course, I passed the test of knighthood. But shortly afterwards, the incident with the goblins occurred. I'm afraid that I had no more desire to battle after that. I have chosen to live quietly and run the inn.
Take care.
So long, and come again.
I believe this is where we can get our tattoo, but we're not going to do that quite yet. We need to find Cecilia. Hey, baby. Wanna fuck?
Hello. Forgive my boldness, but I say thou hast a fine build, my lord, surely. Thou hast overcome many foes with the powerful thrust of thy weapon. My name is Lucilia. Is there anything I can do for thee? Anything at all?
What are your duties?
I run the Slashing Sword, the best pub in Monitor. Thou mightest think that cooking is not a very knightly activity, but I assure thee, feeding the warriors in town is indeed a quest of courage. If thou dost want anything to eat or drink, thou hast merely to say so, my lord. And I would love to chat further, but I do not speak with strangers. My standards are very high, and thou art not a knight of Monitor.
Oh, I will be soon. And then we're gonna bang bang.
Oh, that noise was nothing. Just me robbing you. Ta-ta!
Banquet hall. Locked. Bunch of bullshit. Time to bust out the trusty sextant. Where is this Cecilia? God damn it, rains a lot here. The fuck? Ah, there's the cloak lady. Pardon me, do you have any grey poupon?
I am Cecilia, the furrier. What may I do for the young stranger?
Make this wolf into a cool cloak for me.
Now that thou hast completed the test, I must make a cloak for thee from the skin of the animal thou didst slay. Give me the body. Ooh, 'tis a large one.
That's what she said. The Avatar is quite skilled at killing large animals.
Return in one day. I shall have thy cloak by then. I am the furrier, tanner, and tailor of Monitor. It is my duty to make cloaks from the animals slain from our valiant knights. If one were to travel far north, it is exactly the sort of thing one should wear. I skin the carcasses myself. Other pelts I obtain from the northern trappers. They supply exotic furs, which are rare here in Monitor, especially guani pelts.
Guani pelts?
Hast thou not heard stories of these creatures? They are terrible, ferocious, savage creatures. They live in the snowlands of the far north, where the goblins sometimes go to war on them. It is exceedingly rare for the goblins to slay a Gwani, but when they do, their chieftain immediately lays claim to the carcass. Only the toughest goblin chiefs wear the Gwani cloak, and only the toughest knights can slay such a fearsome goblin.
Tell me of trappers.
Luther brings me leopard pelts now and then again, and mostly I must rely on the trappers to bring me exotic furs. The trappers live in the great northern forest, at the foot of the impassable mountains. A trapper named Hazard sells me snow leopard pelts. Unfortunately, his men only make it as far south as Monitor a few times a year. Sometimes he can even send Gwani pelts. He likes hunting Gwani because it's such a challenge.
Tell me of Luther.
Actually, when Luther doth go on a hunt, he rarely catches anything. Like all the other bears, I think he prefers to hunt other warriors. He always bullies the strangers that come into town. He is a bully, and someone should teach him a lesson. I've noticed that Luther doth completely relax his guard whenever he loses his temper, and nothing angers him so much as when he is taunted. Do with the information as thou wilt. I simply love to cause dissension.
Huh. Cool. Like most females. Stand away! Step aside! Move aside! Look at these two dingle-doofs. Move! No, you move! Fuck you! You move! I was here first! No, fuck you! I was here first! It's raining and you won't get out of my way! You fucking imbecile! Fuck you, you bullheaded stubborn son of a bitch! No, fuck you! We'll leave them to it. It is done. What's done? What's done? I must know what's done. What's done? It's a mage, a fighter, and a statue of a naked lady.
Hello, stranger. I am Angel of Monitor. Didst thou need services of a master artist? Perhaps I should not speak with thee. I hope thou art not come to rob me.
Artist?
I am a sculptor by trade. There is a brisk business to be done in the city, fashioning busts and statues for the knights. But I can make time for thee, if thou dost wish to commission my talents.
Commission?
For a fee, I create works of art to honor knights when they complete great quest, or when they simply wish to pay me money for a monument to their vanity. Dost thou wish to commission a work from me?
Fuck yes.
I am sorry, but I am currently working on the statue of Luther. It may take some time for me to complete. I could not begin to work on something for thee until then.
What do you mean, rob you?
I am not sure that I care to speak about the incident. 'Twas most unpleasant. There was a stranger in Monitor, one who claimed to be from another land. He was very large, a scholar rather than a warrior. He travelled with companions, including a tall, cloaked stranger. On the night that Batlin the stage left town, someone stole an ancient relic from mine home. I suspect that he was a thief.
Batlin? Why, he is our enemy too. Tell me more about this Batlin.
He came inquiring about ancient runes, and was especially interested in the Serpent's stone. But Renfrey can tell thee more on this. Simon the innkeeper heard the stage say that he had come here from Farm.
Tell me more of these companions.
There's not much to say. The one in the cloak spent most of his time in the inn, and seldom spoke. Perhaps Simon could tell thee more. There was also a warrior named Brunt who travelled with Batlin. He was small in stature, but with incredibly broad shoulders. Oh, if only he would have posed in my studio. I could have created such an art. Standoff fought him in the list field and said that he was an opponent unlike any other.
Tell me of this artifact.
Mine ancestors found the relic when they first founded the city, and it had been kept in the family all this time. To be honest, we were afraid to discard it. It had a demonic appearance, being shaped like a serpent, and composed of a dark rock, never before seen. Perhaps black rock, Avatar. We hated the object, yet we were afraid to be parted from it. I cannot explain this, but it was so.
Demonic appearance?
Monitarians are not a superstitious people, yet we fear the ancient runes. There was once the homes of daemons who ruled this land in the distant age. They were horned beings with red skins, and they had power to command molten rock to flow. The serpent was their sign. Indeed, 'twas as if a living serpent has been changed into stone, a perfect replica. 'Tis not uncommon to see the symbol of the serpent among the runes, yet I never seen before or since any such rock serpent. Couldst thou describe the curvings of the serpent? Why, the head curved to the right, and the body was most sinuous.
Why do you ask? Avatar, this man's stolen relic was a perfect match from the one thou lost in the storm, except that it faced the opposite way.
Tell me of Fawn.
The city of Beauty lies due north of here, on the shores of the Great Bay. Fawn is the city of fishermen. The women of Fawn are the most beautiful in the land, but they are overly pampered. Montorian females, on the other hand, are strong as oxen.
I have nothing more.
But let me say this. Batlin shall not rest in peace, for a powerful warrior is on his trail. Dost thou know of Wilfred the Slayer?
No.
Wilfred is a knight of Monitor, but his home is in the Inn of the Sleeping Bull. Batlin hath been there as well, and Wilfred's father hath mysteriously disappeared. Wilfred suspects that the sage have been involved. Surely brave Wilfred shall track down the sage and kill him, and I shall enjoy sweet revenge.
Where is the Sleeping Bull?
Thou can find the Inn of the Sleeping Bull by taking the Serpent Highway north from here. There is not much there save the ancient inn, for which the village is named. Wilfred's brother August doth operate it.
Thank you. That is all.
Until we next meet.
Eh? What art thou, a moron? Can't you not see that artist is at work? Angel is sculpting me. When my boast is complete, then my fame will be perfect, and I shall surely proclaim me knight champion. Move on, dick licker.
Alright, we need to give the... Oh yeah, we need to give the meat to the tavern lady so she can cook up some shit.
Hello.
Hello again.
I'm ready for my banquet stew.
Very good. Now that I have the meat, the stew will be ready for the banquet. Thy banquet will be held at the Knight's Banquet Hall. It is located south of the pub. Thou shalt find it on Banquet Hall Road.
Cool.
Surely thou dost know Spectre, the financier.
I must be going, pressing town business, that sort of thing.
And it's so seldom that we are able to talk. Be sure to give my greetings to Lord Marston.
I shall. Farewell.
So, we're waiting for our cloak to be made. It'll take a day. In the meantime, shall we get started on this serpent seed? Silver seed? Silver serpent seed? Quest? Expansion? Why not? How do we get there is the question. Okay, so...
What? Why isn't this working? Oh. Gah! Avatar! Avatar, what is happening?
Bust a move. Do.
No!
Dude, what the f...
Ow! Rainbow lightning!
Eventually, we might be teleported.
Avatar, this is the architecture we have seen throughout Serpent Isle, but where are the signs of destruction? These are not ruins. They are new.
By Lord British's throne. Where are we? We'll find out in the next episode. Thanks for watching.